My friends, today is a glorious day for many reasons. The first of which is because I'm in Pennsylvania. They call it the Keystone State. This is the 31st state on the 50-state shred. I'm doing my damnedest to ride all 50 states this year in the calendar year 2020. Despite whatever is happening in the world, I'm doing pretty good, all things considered. And this is why they call Pennsylvania the Keystone State. Look at that. Now the map is back to whole. Everything makes sense. All these states have been conquered. Oh, I'm so happy. This is so good. So Pennsylvania is named after Sir William Penn. And then I was like, I wonder how many other states are named after people. You know, Washington, named after George Washington. It turns out there's a ton of states that are named after people, kinda, sorta. Like Virginia is named after Queen Mary I, the Virgin Queen. And the Carolinas are named after King Charles. It's just a feminine version of the name. So very interesting once you start looking up there's only one state named after an American. They're all named after French people or British people. Come on. Sir William Penn was a bigwig in the British government and the British Navy. When he died, the government owed him a lot of money. And instead of paying out that money, they told his son, William Penn, hey, how about you take one of these 13 colonies that we're starting up over in America? William Penn said, all right, let's do it. So in 1681, Pennsylvania was founded. It was going to be called New Wales first. And then a Welshman said, don't call it New Wales. And then William Penn wanted to call it Sylvania, just meaning woods, I guess. And then somebody on the naming council was like, how about Pennsylvania? We'll name it after your dad. And that's how it happened. Today is also a reflective day because this is the 1-year anniversary of my Uncle Dennis's death, the guy who got me into mountain biking, the reason I'm doing the 50-state shred, the reason I bought the van just to say, screw it, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna go see the country and take the bull by its horns. I was even planning on seeing as many baseball games as I could because Uncle Dennis loved all the baseball stadiums and stuff. That didn't quite work out with the whole virus thing. Man, I hate to think this way, but if something happens to this bike, if I crack a frame, this is about the worst time ever to get a replacement bike. The supply chain is broken down. Every bike shop you hear is out of bikes. They can't even get kiddie bikes in. Hopefully, you know, I have a really good relationship with Ibis, but even Ibis is under the pressure of like, get these bikes out, get these bikes out. So let's, maybe I shouldn't even brought it up. No broken frames. Today's adventure is in Pittsburgh. It's called Frick Park, and the guys from Trail Pittsburgh reached out to me many moons ago to have me show off these trails and see what this is like, so I'm excited. I'm here. Let's do it. I've got Carl up ahead and Justin behind me, members of Trail Pittsburgh, gonna show me the way. Let's get going. It was raining ridiculously yesterday, and these guys said it has been dry out here. They've never seen it so dry previously, so a little moisture last night helps for today. Wow, that was cool. Everywhere you go in Pittsburgh, it's just hills. I don't think there's a flat piece of ground within 10 miles of here. Made the hard part. Yep. Nice. Just had to stall at the top to actually see it. There are some Pittsburgh pirate trails out here. I like to keep it legit in my videos just to make sure you guys can come and know you're not breaking the law as much as possible. There's some times where it's just oversight and I didn't realize. But it's cool on Trail Forks. The bootleg trails are actually marked as unsanctioned. So you have an idea. You're like, okay. And another one. Whoa. Don't want to eyeball that one wrong. My super long bike just always feels like it's not in the right spot. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, good to have you leading here. Creek crossing ahead. Oh, it's deep. Little bike wash. they did say the benefit of a dry summer, they haven't had to hack back the vegetation as much as usual. Oh, up and over. Oh. Nicely built. A lot of work has gone into this. This is nice. Oh, wow. Holy moly. Yeah. It looked so wet. It's fine. Aaron from Trail Pittsburgh was the first person to reach out to me, and it turned out that he hurt himself recently, so he was not able to come out and ride. Broke some ribs, and I wish him well in his recovery. But at least he got me to come out, so that's cool. My rear tire's definitely getting a little worn through, but of course I'm gonna push it until something happens. Whoa, yeah. Oh, nice. Oh my goodness. That was a little more intense. Justin was telling me that they have a pretty good relationship with the parks manager out here, and they've done some really good reroutes. Like the trail we were just on had a lot of muddy problems. It kind of went over to a spot that was out of the way, and they rerouted it so it's, you know, more fun but also more sustainable, less muddy. Made it longer. One section was a crazy fall line into nowhere, so it's really good. They say they've had a really good relationship, just, you know, proposing things and giving a good reasoning why, and then there's always more. Whoa. Somebody order extra roots. So Justin was telling me they just got 50 of these Trail Pittsburgh laser cut metal signs. Mostly they're for keeping the chicken wire from popping off. This section bridge doesn't have chicken wire, but it was kind of a cool way to brand the trails, to keep people, you know, this is who takes care of this. This is who built this bridge. Kind of keep the Trail Pittsburgh top of mind and have a function. He also said this was their most expensive bridge ever created. $900. Somebody in government could charge at least $500,000 for that. Come on, you guys are doing it wrong. And they're hoping for that rusty look to take over the entire, whoa! That was slippery. Yeah, as I was saying, they want the rusty look to take over each little piece. This one's called Iron Gate. Justin said it's been here, whoa, the longest. And it's had kind of the most changes, where they're always kind of fixing something or rerouting something and trying to just make it better and better. Wow, that was a sweet berm. Ooh, really good berms. He said there's been some BMX guys that have joined the club and taken their berm expertise, make it a little more flowy. Wow, holy moly. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, really nice burn. Wow, these little wibble wobbles are something. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, one dry section. Wow. Whoa. There's always a tree ready for you, ready to hurt your knuckles if you're not paying attention. Wow. That was a blast. Wow. So well built. They were telling me that one of these trees that was down across the creek was from a beaver. I have seen so many like beaver dams and beaver eaten trees, and I've never seen a beaver. I went to Alaska, just nothing. Wow, that was very surprising. That kind of flow in an urban park, it was fantastic. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Justin, for leading the way, showing me the Pittsburgh style. So after the ride, it was suggested I go check out D's, which is around the corner from Frick Park, and it was packed. There was too many people. I can't do it. I can't do it. So if you're in the neighborhood and it's normal, that's probably a good place to go do it. Like, they had hot dogs and stuff, which I haven't had a hot dog in quite a while. It would have been awesome to get a Pittsburgh style hot dog. So thank you guys from Trail Pittsburgh. Very awesome. They even gave me a jersey, which is one of the coolest, nicest looking jerseys ever. Very, very cool. I'm just going to keep on going. I hope you guys stick around. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the trail.